Ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so let's kind of keep on going. First things first that I want to show, according to my countdown timer, now this is set for midnight on Friday, the 7th of September. But according to my countdown timer, we've got 6 days, 12 hours, 44 minutes, and 2 seconds remaining until NASCAR Heat 3 gets released. So I'm going to try and do everything I can because I got kind of a 4-day weekend going on ahead for me. I've got the last bit of tonight. I've got a good chunk of tomorrow, either early in the day or late in the day, or both. I do have to step away for a little while tomorrow, but that's kind of beside the point. Sunday I do have to go to my job, but that should be done by 3 p.m. roughly. And then I'll come back here and we'll keep on racing. And then Monday, as far as I know, I've got nothing going on. I'm off from all jobs that day because it's Labor Day. And we'll get to it and we'll just see how far we can get. And then the days ahead, up until Friday, we'll just try and get through our very first Cup season. So let's go ahead and do this thing. So we'll go on to the next race. And this is the thing. This is the big thing. We're second place in the points. I do actually want to take a look at this real quick. So, if you guys do have questions or the like, you can let me know. But let's look at the playoff grids real quick. So we're locked in pretty safely. We haven't won a race yet in this season, or in this round of 12 yet. But we do need to get a win sometime soon. We're only 7 points away from tying William Byron. So realistically, we need to win 2 stages, and then we need to finish ahead of William Byron in the final stage in order to beat him. And then in regards to the truck series, that's where we're in a little bit more trouble. We need to get a win. There's no other way to do it. We have to win a race. Now the problem is if we win and Grant Enfinger finishes high enough, he's going to knock Ryan Truex out of the playoffs. So we want to help Truex as best as we can to get him into the round of 6. Because Crafton and Rhodes have already advanced themselves. And then we'll go to the final 4 at Homestead for the last race of the season. So let's do this. Let's go to Richmond. We need a good finish. Best case scenario is we win. Let's do this. Sorry, not Richmond, Dover. I don't know why I was reading it as Richmond. So, to talk about this real quick. If I don't get NASCAR Heat 2 done, like the first Cup Series season, and we haven't won a championship, I may do a little bit of NASCAR Heat 3 because I am legitimately interested in it, but I don't want to start a career in Heat 3 until I get Heat 2 done. My personal goal is all I want to do is win in all 3 series. For Heat 3, same thing, but it's to win in all 4. But I think the Dirt Series will be pretty easy to slaughter through because it's a short. It's got like 8 racetracks in it. I have a feeling it's probably an 8 to 16 race schedule with maybe a tour at each track twice in a season. And that just killed our qualifying run. That just beat our car senseless.
Be ready. Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight. Green flag, green flag. Stay in line, hold your line. Stay in line, hold your line. clear, no pressure from behind.
So we gave a little tap to Garrett Smithley there. Off into the corner. We're going to give Smithley as much room as we can. So I do not want to wreck him. Did not mean to get into Ryan Sieg or Ray Black Jr. I have to scoot this mic back a little bit because I hate brushing my knuckles up against the
Clear all around.
condenser lock, or the holder for the microphone.
Stay in line, hold your line. Look ahead for me. Clear
Just because
outside.
I'm also sure that little thumping that you may hear, well, it's just gonna get old.
Hold your line, still there.
Alright, so Dover is not really one of my favorite tracks. I know that we've won here before, but it still isn't a favorite of mine.
Inside.
So we got Flex Tape, Flex Seal. Fighting for a position. We're going to push Matt Tift ahead of Tyler Reddick. One thing I have to say, I am very, well, very slideways loose now. But I'm probably going to end up getting the DLC like I mentioned. Jesus, what a hard hit. Alright, this is definitely going to be a repair. And I'm not actually too surprised about where we finished that stage. There was no way we were going to get up there and win. Alright, let's try this. So, anyway. We may get some free DLC. Maybe for NASCAR Heat 3. We may not. But there is one particular paint scheme that I'm very, very excited to be seeing in the game. And that's the PPG Paints number 12 car of Ryan Blaney. That paint scheme is actually pretty darn good, so I'm excited for it. Off into the corner we go. We're going to tuck it down to the inside, get to the inside of JJ Yaley, I believe. Ray Black Jr. we're going to give a nudge to. That is something that I do wish that they would allow you to turn on or off, is the driver names on top. To a degree, it does help, because it helps you keep track of who is who. But I think it's a little bit too arcade looking. Like, I think they had it in the NASCAR The Game series from the Technics a couple of times, but you could turn that off. And it kind of made it a little bit better. It made it look more realistic.
All clear. Outside by himself.
Ah, jeez, Joey Gase.
Stay in line, hold your line.
Gonna get to the inside of Matt Tift again. There's last week's winner, Jeremy Clements. He's not even in the hunt for the championship. But dang, he sure outdrove us. He absolutely drove the ever-living hell of that 51 car.
High lane's clear.
Alright.
That was a great lap.
Outside we go. Let's see what we can do. We're going to get to the outside of Brandon Brown, who I don't even think races in any NASCAR series anymore. I think he kind of just like faded away after last season.
Half down, half to go. This time by.
There we go.
Hold the wheel.
Alright, so we get the split, and now we're catching up on some drivers on the outside looking in for the championship. See if we can get around Brendan Gaughan. We do. We're gonna have to buckle in, and Gaughan's gonna beat us back to the line. 16th. That's an okay starting point for this final stage.
Pace cars off. Be ready. Be smooth out here. Have a good day. Inside. 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 Inside,
We
inside.
got beat
Clear
up
behind.
pretty bad. I think we may be able to save ourselves into the next round because we've got all these playoff points because we got so many wins. But having good finishes definitely helps. And we're not going to get a good finish here at Dover.
Stay up against the wall.
Not
Stay high.
unless,
Still there.
not unless we can get a really good run with an aerodynamically damaged car. And pitting is out of the question. We're going to lose too much track position
Hold
if
your
we
line.
pit.
Still there.
Into the back of Garrett Smithley again as he tucks it to the inside.
Clear all around. Stay high, stay high. Stay in line, hold your line.
What I find funny is Flex Tape, Flex Seal, all the Flex products have become such an internet meme, especially in the NASCAR
Stay
community.
in line, hold your line.
And Phil Swift especially.
Hold your line, still there. All clear, no pressure from behind.
It's kind of hilarious, honestly. Let's get to the... Yeah, I was going to try and boot him to the outside, but we got nothing. I think we're probably going to have to settle for 20th
Stay in
place
line,
at
hold
best.
your line. 5 to go this
'Cause
time.
I just do not have the... the car does not have the power it once did. It's affected too much by the aero damage. Like I can't actually clear Smithley until we get to the corner. Because it just does not have the straightaway speed anymore.
All clear.
Give a little bump to Gase. Shove her up the corner. He's probably going to shoot to the inside, maybe get by Dale Wallace.
Stay on the bottom. Hold your line, still there. Hold your line. Yellow flag.
Okay then. Cole Custer's pitting. No, not really any of the cars up front that are important to pitting, so we really got we have no reason to pit. It's not going to be a beneficial gain
Ready?
if we get
Have a good
even
day.
just
Stay
the
sharp.
repairs done.
Green's out. Inside. Outside by himself. 2 laps to go. Inside. Outside by himself.
Damn.
Clear high, clear high. Inside.
They're just muscling their way by me.
Inside, inside, clear behind. Inside. Outside by himself.
And here we go, we drop back to 28th.
Hold your line.
This is probably where we're going to finish.
Clear all around. Last lap this time by.
Kind of, to a degree, I wish I wasn't so aggressive. I don't mean to be. I truly don't intend to. Just the AI is sometimes a little stupid is all. They can be hard to get around. So that's going to be a 28th position, and that's
We'll
not
get 'em next
good.
time here.
I don't know if that's going to be enough to get us transferred, but as long as someone already within the good spots won the race, like someone that's already ahead, like Allgaier, then we're okay. Yeah, we made it in. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm doing okay. Just busy, that's all. Alright, so we gotta race Charlotte now, and I don't know. don't know. I need to check this out. So we're in 5th now. Elliott Sadler's on top of the board. Good for him. Allgaier is only a point back, and he's tied with William Byron. Eric Jones isn't too far behind. We actually need to do a little bit better. Let's see here. Playoff grid. This is what I want to look at. So we fell back to 5th. Blake Cook got in, so that's good. He needed to get in. So let's check this schedule. Here we go. So this is the last race. This is the last race of the round of 12. So we need to get a win at Charlotte, or we need to finish high in the point, high in the position to get into the round of 8. And then most likely we can either win Texas or Kansas. We're probably going to suck butt at ISM, and then we have to win the championship at Homestead. There's no two ways about it. And then let me look at the schedule for the trucks. So we have to win Talladega. We were in a similar situation to this a while back when I did another run of it. So we have to win Talladega. And then we have to win Martinsville or Texas or Phoenix. And then we have to win Homestead, Miami. Winning the race is the most key thing in that final event. I'm good starting school on Wednesday. You must live in... Well, here's question number 1. Question number 1 is this. Are you in high school or are you in college? That's my big question to you, Mr. K. Baker 74. That's my big question. You a high school student or are you in college? Because most schools, at least where I live, now I live in Ohio and everything like that, so I know some places do start school later in the year, like after Labor Day. But that's kind of an interesting design. We always go back to school like around the 15th to 20th of August. But we also got off in May, so we didn't have to go to school as long. Ah, you're in New York. Okay, and you're in high school. Huh. So, I guess my question is if your school year starts in September, like shortly after the first week, roughly, what does that mean in terms of when does your school year end? Like, do you go all the way until the beginning of June, the middle of June, the end of June, and then you start your vacation in July? You know, how's that work out? Because for us, we would get off at, like, it used to be, school would start in August, right around the same time, you know, mid-teens, early 20s. And then we would go to school initially until like the 1st or 3rd day of June. And then our summer would start. And then once we got into middle school, it shifted and we went to school still at the same time, but we got off at in the 20s of May. So. Your school year ends early June. I remember that there was one year, it was specifically, like, it fell on June 2nd, when I got out of school, in elementary school, and it was just Kyle Petty's birthday. That's why I was happy about it. End of school for the year and Kyle Petty's birthday.
Stay high up here. Still there.
Jesus, Harvick. Okay, that's it. I'm restarting this, because that's messed up.
Be ready. Have a good day. Stay sharp. Green flag, green flag.
I don't know why they like to just slide up and hit you so hard. I don't think I've done really much to Harvick.
Inside. Clear low. All clear, no pressure from behind.
They got Ty Dillon in 3. We're gonna get by him. We're gonna have to hold on to it because it's gonna get sketchy here.
Outside by himself. Stay in line.
Riding right on Brendan going. And then we're gonna have to try and see about what we can do. Because we now go 3 wide here. Holy crappy holy.
All clear. All the way up. Get up, get up.
Oh,
Clear
power,
high.
power, 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 power. Alright, 14th. I can accept trying to get 14th position. It's like the AI car is just like on the inside. If they're on the inside, they swoop up so high to try and beat the car on the
Stay
outside.
in line. Hold your line.
So they give Casey Kane a shot. Kane's gonna slide up.
Stay high up here.
And we're
Still
gonna
there.
now go 3 wide.
Inside.
Oh, what a hard hit. Hold on. Phew. Oh God, that could have been terrible. Oh, you metal. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Alright, we're not gonna pit. Yeah, I kept seeing this guy named K Baker, and it's like, okay.
Be ready. Have a good day. Stay sharp. Inside. Still there.
Jesus Christ, Kane.
Inside.
Pissing me
3
off.
wide. You're in the middle.
Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Alright, this is a pit. Damn it. Like, shit. This is pissing me off.
Be ready.
I really
Be
hope
good
they
out here.
fix
Have
some
a
of
good
the
day.
weird crap with this, with Heat 3. Like, holy shit, this is annoying.
Stay high up here. Still there.
The way that the AI car is just like, they're not exactly stuck to a rail, but they have a predetermined path that they kind of want to go. And you can't really mess with them too much.
Stay on the bottom.
And their
here.
moves
Stay in
just
line.
seem
Hold your line.
exaggerated. Like, sometimes they just know that you're out there, and then sometimes they don't. Like, naturally, you wouldn't have the car sway that badly in the quad oval at these tracks. You would just take the corner nice and smooth.
Yellow's out. Back her down.
Okay, then. So we're not gonna pit. Screw pitting. Paul Custer. Damn. Oh, you live near Buffalo.
Pace car's off. Be ready. All right. Be smart out there. Going green. Hammer down. Green's out.
It's probably a bad decision of me to make, but you know what? Majeski was slow
Inside.
because
Inside.
it's
Clear line.
Roush equipment. And I gotta get by. And I just kind of screwed myself there. So we're on lap 14 out of 27. We've got over 10 laps to get up near the front, and we need to get stage points. Stephen Light and his crappy ass number 97 needs to get the hell out of my way.
All right, halfway this lap. My lane's clear.
Got the
My lane's clear.
Ryan Sieg. You know, I've always wondered something, so... Shit.
Slow down.
So I know that Shane Sieg died, but it makes me wonder, like, I know that he had issues with drugs. It just, I don't think they ever actually said what he died of. I know it was, I guess, a drug overdose?
Still there. Clear low.
Or something else, or something, but I wonder what he died of. I'm guessing just considering, damn it. I guess I'm considering what has been plaguing this nation of ours in terms of a drug epidemic. It's heroin. Drive to the outside. Power by. Let's get by
Inside,
these
inside, clear by.
shitbags. God damn it, Steven. Like I'm gonna
Stay in
beat
line,
your
hold your line.
freaking teeth in.
All clear.
You try to do
10 laps to go.
what David Gilliland did in the 90 car, and you sucked at it. And now you're running for crap-ass teams in the Xfinity Series, being irrelevant,
All clear.
and knocking me around on the racetrack.
Clear low. Inside. Clear all around. Hard from the outside, outside. Hard from the outside, outside. All clear, no pressure from behind.
The one thing that I am glad about with Heat 3 doing is kind of a hybrid system between NASCAR Thunder 2004 with the Ally Rival system, but with a little bit of a twist with like 0506 with being able to apologize to drivers, because in some ways I don't mean to hit drivers. I may push them. I may push them in the corner, but that's to actually get them by someone. And that could be seen as aggressive. Alright, we got 7 laps. 7 damn laps. And we really don't have a shot at getting to the lead. We just gotta hope that we can somehow draft and pull our way up to get to 10th. But I doubt that's gonna happen. I meant to see how many rivals I have in the Xfinity Series, but I forgot to click on that at the beginning of the video. I don't want to hit Brendan going. I want to just get
Stay in line, hold your line.
I didn't mean to hit him there.
Inside.
See,
Inside.
that's the crap I'm talking about. Like, they shift. They shift up from the bottom line where they're fine. They can stick down here all the way around in that quad oval. But no, they have to merge a lane and a half up to, I guess, get the preferred lane. And that just
Call the caution.
it just busted up our car. We're gonna pit. I gotta get tires. Yes, I plan on buying Heat 3 on release day. I got a timer set to go off at around midnight on Friday, September 7th. I very much plan on getting it.
Hard from the outside, outside.
Because as much as I'm bitching at this game, I have had fun with it. I'm kind of surprised I've only logged 72 hours into this game. But I think it's because I've done... At one point I was doing a lot of online racing in NR, so I didn't exactly have time to play this.
Stay in line, hold your line. All clear, no pressure from behind.
Oh,
Inside.
No pit. PC.
Be ready.
I don't have, I'm saying this right now, I don't have an Xbox One and I don't have a PS4, and I don't want to get any of them. I mean, if I won it in a contest or something like that, sure, you know, no problem. It's a free console. But I don't want to go out and buy one myself. I don't really... It's kind of a mix of things. I'm not really a fan of the whole pay $60 for online, on top of the fact that the games are already pretty darn expensive. A AAA platform game is already $60. So you're paying $60 a year. On top of that, you're paying $60 for each game. In addition, and this is more of an issue with the whole world of video gaming as a whole. There's season passes, microtransactions, loot boxes, DLC, all this frivolous crap. Now, like I said, I did buy the season pass for Heat 2, but that's only because I actually like this game. Now, as we limp across 29. I don't even know how we finished that. Damn it. And we missed it. We missed it. My heart is broken now. God damn. We didn't even make it. We were 13 positions out. 13 damn positions. You gotta be kidding me. In a season that had 7 wins. Jesus. So it looks like we're probably not... Oh, damn it. Oh. You know, I honestly wanted to be one of the few people. I guess, like, this has never happened in NASCAR history. I don't think anyone has ever managed to go into the trucks, win in their rookie year, go into the Xfinity Series the next season, or whenever their first season would be, win in their rookie year, and then go into the Cup Series and win the championship in their rookie year. I don't think that's ever happened. I don't think that's ever happened. Damn it. Holy shit. Holy shit, guys. I had such a good season going for me, though. I mean, look at standings. 7 wins. 7 frickin' wins. This is part of the reason why I think this whole, like, chase, the way that they've reformatted the chase system is bullshit. I don't think granted, I had 4 races in a row that I sucked ass in. But there's always the chances I could do better. Like, let me say this real quick, and this is something I've had a problem with since 2014. Let's look at the schedule real quick. The next race... Okay, to be fair, it's Kansas, so it could be better. But, Kansas. Let's say, for example, that I do good at Kansas and I go out and win at Texas. That'd probably put me close to back in contention to win the championship. Now let's look at this. Allgaier, Almirola, Annette, Armstrong, Brown, Custer, Dillon, Gase, Gahn, Harvick, Hemrick, Jones... Both Jones, Kane, Kennedy, Keselowski, Cook, Light, Majeski, Poole, Reed, Sadler, Sieg, Smithley. All of these drivers are pissed off at me. It's only Dylan Lupton where it's just mad. And we got frickin' Ross Chastain as the first guy that's neutral. And the only guys that I've got friendly on my side, truly friendly, are Ray Black Jr. and Morgan Shepherd. What the shit? They ain't look in the truck series, and it's probably worse. It's not as bad, Jesus. I can't believe it. What the shit? Alright, let's just... I got 2 options now. I gotta win Talladega, and I just gotta push now for the Truck Series Championship, which, to be honest, I'm gonna say this straight up, I didn't care if I won or lost the Truck Championship this season. The Xfinity season is what I really wanted to do. And I'm going to say this too, if I won the Xfinity season this year, I was probably only going to run the Cup Series next season, and that was it. I wasn't going to run the Xfinity season because I already set out what I planned to do. But now, I'm probably not going to run the trucks, and I'm probably just going to have to run the Xfinity Series and maybe go for a Cup ride. I don't know.
Go, go, go.
But as a real-life example, I wanted to say this. Dale Earnhardt Jr. got knocked out of the 2014 championship chase at Talladega and missed it only by a little tiny bit. He then goes next week and wins Martinsville, but he's no longer in contention to win the championship because he's knocked out of it. In a season that had 7 Xfinity wins and just fouled up like in the last 3 events where it really counted in NASCAR's eyes, that's a bullshit system. But there are drivers that can definitely play it in their favor. Like, they can do well all season long, like Martin Truex Jr. last season in 2017. That I respect. And then you got Kyle Busch, who I'm not really a big fan of personally. And I think that, honestly, if there's Kyle Busch fans out watching this, I just want to say this. I think Kyle Busch is a great driver, but I think it's a little bullcrap how he got injured, got a waiver from NASCAR in that season for the very first time they've ever offered something like this, to my knowledge. And they're like, hey, if you can make it into this setup of points, you can, and you get in, you can then win the championship, even though that you've missed about a third of the season, roughly. I won't say that his championship run was bad, but alright, give me 1 second. Alright, 1 second. There we go. Alright. Alright. Let me get myself settled back in. And click that. Resume. Anyway. I don't mean to anger any Kyle Busch fans, but in my opinion, his 2015 championship, kind of crappy how that all happened. I think more than anything, Kyle Busch could definitely win another championship in his career. He's talented enough to do it, and I think the dude's only like 33, 34 years of age. But I do not like, I really don't like how NASCAR kind of rigged the system in order to give one of the biggest drivers in NASCAR a little bit of a better shot at winning a championship. Because the thing is, you look at something like Dale Earnhardt, you look at someone like Ernie Irvin, you look at someone like Davey Allison, you look at Richard Petty, you look at drivers who have had really bad accidents in their career. Ernie Irvin is a prime example, really, when you think about it. Dude got himself messed up bad at Michigan. And he was no longer able to go and run for a championship. He was that beat up. Now, he did come back. Granted, it was a longer recovery time for him because he had head injuries. And he only had a 10% survival rate. 10% chance of survival. But, like, in those days, you get injured, and even you can look as high as 2004, when Dale Earnhardt Jr. had his Le Mans accident, sports car accident at Sonoma,
Inside.
he did come back and run races. He did have relief drivers help him out, but NASCAR didn't give him a waiver and say, hey, come back when you feel better and go do what you go focus on recovery, and you'll still be eligible for the championship. Now, Junior's a little lucky because it didn't happen to him right at the beginning of the season. It was right near the middle of it, but that still sucks. But it's like, I think if it had been anyone else besides Kyle Busch in 2015, I would have liked the design a little bit better. But because of that system, because of that whole thing, it's such a freaking pain in the ass.
Stay high. Hold your line.
There's no doubt in my mind Kyle Busch will win another championship. It's going to happen. Especially if Martin Truex Jr. gets dropped out of the 78, or maybe he stays with the 78, but he does not get funding, or Furniture Road does not get technical support from Joe Gibbs. Because last year, Truex, Furniture Row, everyone in that 78 team was hot like a frying pan. They kicked the ever-living crap out of Joe Gibbs' team. But this year, it's kind of been an even balance. It's been Joe Gibbs, Furniture Row, and the 4 car all fighting for position.
Towers call the call.
We're going to get 28th on stage 1. Do not bid.
Be ready. Have a good day. Stay sharp. Green's out. Inside, clear behind.
So, anyway.
Last 10 laps, you gotta focus.
So, yeah. I got...
Stay high up here. Hold your line.
I got really mixed feelings about the chase system, and I got really mixed feelings about driver waivers upon injury. I think that's kind of shit. We're probably not going to be able to make it into the truck championship now.
Stay up against the wall. Stay high. Hold
We
your
just
line.
don't have speed. And it's been perpetually the case with this truck. Like, you compare the 29 when we ran with Brad Keselowski Racing last season, we were on a roll. We won the championship
Stay high.
easy.
Stay high. Stay in line. Hold your line.
This year, we've only got 2 wins. We got to win at Dora. We got to win at Mosport. And we didn't have to wreck anyone at Mosport to win. We just outdrove the competition.
Hold your line. Stay in line. Hold your line. Still there. Clear all around. Stay on the bottom here. Hold your line. Towers call the caution.
23rd, we just eked him out barely. We got 8 laps.
Pace car's off. Be ready. Be smooth out here. Have a good day. Hammer down. Green's out. Outside by himself.
That's 7 laps to get up there.
Hold your line.
Like, we have no choice. We have to win. That's what gets us locked in. But we're probably not going to.
Still there.
Jennifer Joe Cobb just slowed up. Mike Steiner's going to be a little cinder block here. don't have to win, but we got to beat the 29 and we got to beat the 88. I know the 88's locked in. He can fall back as much as he wants. Because
Stay high up here. Stay in line. Hold your line.
he and Ben Rhodes are the two locked in. So
Still there.
Jesus Christ, just shove your nose in there.
Outside
Okay
by
then.
himself.
That's just beautiful. I got somewhere to go.
Stay in line.
Alright,
Hold
we're
your
gonna have to
line.
decide. Ah, this isn't gonna work. Damn it.
Hold your line. Still there.
Punch open the
Inside.
third lane, for the love of God. I really don't like
your
Cody
line.
Coughlin.
Hold your line. Still there.
Oh,
Stay in line. Hold your line.
come
5 to
on.
go. 5 to go. Stay high up here. Still there. Stay in line. Hold your line.
I gotta get out of this outside line. It's killing me.
Still there.
The problem is there's really nowhere to go. The inside line is a frickin' snail of stupidity. The outside line is just a bumper grind of stupidity. Like, there's nowhere to go. And the AI is too dumb to create a
Stay looking
third
for
line,
AI.
which is
Hold
so
your line.
easy.
Still there.
You set someone up and you can push them to the front. But no, that's not how this shit works.
Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Still there.
Damn it, we are not gonna make it into the next round.
Hold your line.
Oh, screw you, Cody Coughlin.
Hard to
Oh,
the outside.
eat a
Outside.
bag of crap. What the shit?
Inside. Outside by himself. At your bumper. Clear high. Clear high. Stay high. Stay high. Hold your line. Stay in line. Hold your line.
Come on, you little twit, stay to the outside.
Still there.
Travis Popple, you need to get out of the
Stay
way.
in line. Hold your line.
No, Mike Snyder's gonna pull down and get right into the
Inside.
draft track. And I'm not gonna be able to tuck my nose in here because Wendell Chavot is here. Wendell Chavis.
Still there.
Yep, there we go. We're gonna fall back 22nd. This is just beautiful. We had that bad weekend in the spring Talladega race, and I figured that
Still there.
by fall we could be able to get our
Beautiful.
shit together, but no, I guess not.
Stay on the bottom here. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Stay on the bottom here. Hold your line. Clear high. Clear high. Hold your line. Still there.
There's the 88, and there's a 27 of Rhodes. I just picked the bad line to get. Well,
Hold
maybe
your
not.
line. Still there. White flag is in the air. Still there. Stay up against the wall. line, hold your line.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed a downfall of a frickin' season.
Still there.
What a load of crap. Damn it.
Pretty good
17th
day, driver. That's
and-
a top 20.
Oh my god. We just ended both of our championship runs in one race. And there we go. And Ryan Truex fell out, so that's irritating. It's really, really irritating. So we no longer have a shot to win the championship in anything. We just gotta run through the rest of the season. This is something I don't think they'll do, but I wish that they would. At this point, I'm so disgusted that I just want to sim the rest of the season and get on to well, technically it would be 2019. I mean this in complete seriousness. I mean this with no sarcasm. I actually feel ill after all that. I feel sick to my stomach watching that crap. I cannot believe that it's gone. Like, it's gone. 7 wins in 29 out of the 33 races this season. 7 wins. And we didn't make it. Same thing with the trucks, and we tried so hard to get Ryan Truex into the next rounds. We got him all the way to the championship, and I held back. I held back one race so he could be able to get a win. And it didn't work. So both Hattori racing cars are out. And then in the Xfinity Series, we're out of it too. I'll definitely say this. Now at this point, I feel obligated that I have to run all 3 seasons, the series. I've got better deals on the table at least, so that's good. I can sign. I'm probably gonna do this. I'm gonna sign with the best team that I can, which is probably Brad Keselowski Racing at ThorSport, for the Truck Series. Go in the Xfinity Series. I think we can get a contract with Junior Motorsports, which would be good. Because they've got some of the best cars. I mean, William Byron and Elliott Sadler and Justin Allgaier have been on a roll this season. So I could probably take over Elliott's ride. That just, that bothers me. That bothers me so much.
All right, qualifying's over. Good job.
20th position.
Pace car's off. Be ready. Drive safe. Be smart. Keep your head on straight. Green's out. 3 wide. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Inside. Hard from the outside. Outside. Inside. Inside.
Give a shot to Ben Kennedy.
Outside by himself.
Wow. Almost flipped. Had the back end lift up.
Be ready. Drive safe. Be smart. Keep your head on straight.
Alright guys, if you have any questions or just want to talk to me, I'm not really all that interested in doing well now because I got I have nothing to win for. I can win races, but that's it. I've got nothing important to
Stay in
win.
line, hold your line. Clear low. Towers call to caution. Almost ready. Drive safe, be smart. Keep your head on straight. We're going green. Stay in line, hold your line. We got 20 more laps. Inside. Stay high, stay high. Stay in line, hold your line. Almost ready. Drive safe, be smart. Keep your head on straight. Hold your line, still there. All clear. Inside. Yellow's out, back her down. Be ready. Have a good day, stay sharp.
Oh, I didn't see
Hammer
that.
down, green's out.
Have I ever considered getting Wreckfest on my computer? I have watched a little bit of it on YouTube. I think,
One more.
keyword is, I think, Jeff
Stay high up here. Stay in line. hold your line.
Fabiano, or however you pronounce his name. I think it's Italian. I think he's done a couple of videos on it.
Hold your line, still
I know
there.
I was watching someone play Wreckfest, like, within the last
Clear
6
all the way to the
months.
bottom.
I mean, based off of it, I don't think that's something I want to get. Not that it's a bad looking
Stay high up
game,
here.
it's
Still
just,
there.
I don't know, like, I'm not big into Demolition Derby
was a better lap.
games.
Hold your
I'm
line.
not too big in, like, I prefer racing games, that's the
Inside.
thing. If the goal is to get around the racetrack in the fastest time and make the most amount of laps or anything else like that, I'm into it.
Hold your line.
Unfortunately, I'm just not a fan of demo derbies, and I'm not even a fan of demo derbies in real life. And I'm not a fan of, like, drag racing, too. Real life or games, for that matter.
Stay in line, hold your line. Excellent lap. Good
I'm
job.
not gonna
Stay
say
high,
I'm a
stay high.
racing snob. I'm not a big... I kind of respect Formula One, but I'm not big into it. I don't watch really any
Clear
of the
all around.
events. Usually just because they're hard to catch, but... No, I'm
Yellow
probably
flag.
not getting Wreckfest. And that's fine. I mean, different shows for different folks. If you like demo derbies, that's fine. If you like NHRA drag racing, which I respect NHRA, by the way. I don't want to misconstrue that. And I think that's dangerous as hell to get into essentially a rocket ship, strapped down enough wings and
Be ready.
body
Have a good
panels
day.
and just
Stay sharp.
weigh the thing down that it actually sticks to the track, and have to rely on parachutes to slow the darn thing down when the brakes aren't on to stop the car. Like, I respect all of these
Lane's
racing
clear.
series. Like, it takes a level of talent to do all this stuff. But I don't know. I've always been a fan of NASCAR. I've been a big fan of IndyCar. I've been a big fan of sprint car racing. That's just been growing over the years and branching out in other dirt racing divisions like Hornets, late models, modifieds, winged sprints, unwinged sprints, non-winged sprints. Like, I like it all. I like sports car racing. So, you know, I have a liking towards a lot of racing series, but I think the problem is especially on something like Wreckfest, the problem is they just end up, like, you're going around the oval, well, you take me out of the race. That's not really going to help you either. So,
Stay high, stay in line, hold your
I don't
line.
know, it's just something I personally don't have an interest in. So. But it does look fun. It's just something I don't think I would personally want to own.
Still there.
And I could only see if it was offered as like a free game that I'd probably pick it up.
Stay high.
I get a
Hold your
lot.
line,
I
still
get a
there.
lot of free games on Humble Bundle when they have a special free game deal. Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, that's fine. You know, I'm not gonna judge you based off of what you like and say that you're wrong for liking something. It's just my preference has always been
Be ready. Alright, be smart out there, going
this,
green.
like, make the most amount of laps, or in this amount of laps, get up to the front and win, or,
Stay in line, hold your line.
you know, at least in NHRA, like I said, I'm not a big fan of it, but I respect it, have the fastest car to get to clear this distance before the other guy can.
Clear low.
I've grown to like NHRA, I think I'm more of a fan of the,
Clear low. Towers call the caution.
not the hobby stocks, that's not, it's what Ron Capps, John Force, etc. That's what those guys run. I want to say funny car, but I don't think that's right.
Be ready.
Pro
Have a
stock?
good day. Stay sharp.
I think it's pro stock.
Green flag, green flag.
Funny car, I think, is what like Tony Schumacher runs.
2 laps to go. Hold the wheel. Clear high, clear high.
Part of me wants to go to Penske in the Busch Series, but I kind of fear that it's not going to be a good run.
Stay high, stay high. Still there. Stay high up here. Hold your line. Awesome. Clear low. Last lap this time by.
And there we go, we're rolling, we're flipping. Yeah, I think it's pro stocks. Yeah, I've actually got something sitting right here. Give me a sec. This is what I got from Pennzoil a while back. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. I like those cars. Let's see here. It might have the series on the back of them. Let's get back to the gaming PC. Yeah, looking at this, like for example, his career best for speed was at Phoenix in 2017, 333.58 miles per hour. You gotta be pretty damn crazy to drive something like that. And I know why they only go in a straight line for that shit, so. Yeah, I really do like this style of car when it comes to racing. When it comes to that.
Hey, I know you haven't been doing well lately, but don't worry about it. It happens to all of us. Just get out there, turn this thing around, and get back on the right track.
There's no point, though, Harrison Rhodes. There's no point at all. Why? What am I going to do that's going to turn this season around? Nothing. I'm out of the championship in both series. I got nothing. Why should I give a crap? So, anyway, so continuing on, as I bitch out Harrison Rhodes, yeah, when it comes to racing, like at least in NHRA, I think that's the pro stock division. I like that division out of them all.
Hammer down.
I guess the way that I can kind of describe it is that, like, pro stock kind of seems to me like NASCAR, because it kind of resembles a little tiny bit of the production cars, and so, even though they're just painted stickers and stuff like that. Whereas the funny car, like the winged funny car, like what Tony Schumacher would drive, that's like a F1 car or an Indy car. It's exotic. It's not normal.
Fine, where'd that put us on the track?
Alright, man. I'll catch you later. Have a good weekend and enjoy the time. You've got off until you start school on Wednesday, so stay safe, man. Have a good, safe weekend.
Have a good day. Stay sharp. Green's out. Awkward.
This is my final act of vengeance. I can drive like as aggressive as I want.
Hold your line.
I don't give a shit.
Inside. Clear low. Hold the wheel. Clear high, clear high. Awkward. Inside and out. Both lanes are moving. Clear high, clear high. Inside. Hold your line, still there. Clear low. Hard from the outside, outside, inside. Stay in line, hold your line. Clear high, all clear. Yellow's out, back her down.
Thank you.
Pace car's off, be ready. Alright, be smart out there, going green. Green's out, outside by himself, all clear. Stay on the bottom, stay in line, hold your line. Clear all around. Inside. All clear.
Oh yeah, Truex is out of the picture, so no real reason defending him to get any farther.
Be ready. Have a good day. Stay sharp. Hard from the outside, outside. outside by himself. All clear. Inside. Clear high, clear high. All clear. Hold the wheel. Inside. Be ready. Be smooth out here. Have a good day. Hold the wheel. Inside, inside. Clear behind. Clear high, clear high. Slow down. Too fast, too fast. You gotta slow down. Black flag, black flag. All right, 10 to go. Keep it nice and smooth for us. Hold your line. Clear low. All clear. Outside by himself. Five laps to go. Stay on the bottom here. Hold your line. High lane's clear. Hard from the outside. Outside. Clear low. Two laps to go. All clear. Outside by himself. Clear high, clear high. Towers called a caution. Be ready. Be smooth out here. Have a good day. Green flag, green flag. Two laps to go. Be ready, ready. Be smooth out here. Have a good day. High lane's clear, clear low. Just a couple more turns, 2 more, 2 to go. Hard from the outside, outside. Yellow's out, back her down. Be ready. Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight. We're going green. Outside by himself. High lane's clear. I need 2 more good laps from you. Outside by himself. Inside. Clear high, clear high. All clear. Stay in line, hold your line. White flag is in the air. Outside by himself. Clear low. All clear. Slow down. You entered pit road too fast. Got the black flag this time.
All right.
All right, that's okay. We can't win them all.
What in the world are you doing out there? Your driving is absolute garbage. You're better than this. Get it together.
Get going. All right, we're going to see where that puts us on the starting grid. Pace cars off, be ready. Be smooth out here, have a good day. We're going green. Outside by himself. Hard from the outside, outside. good day. Stay sharp. Hold your line. Stay up against the wall. Stay high. Still there. Stay high up here. Stay in line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Stay high. Stay high. Still there. All clear. Towers call to caution. Ready? Have a good day. Stay sharp. Hammer down. Green's out. Stay high up here. Still there. Hold your line, still there. All right, 10 to go. Keep it nice and smooth, boys. Stay high, stay high. Hold your line. Bottom's clear all the way to the bottom. Stay low, stay low. Stay in line, hold your line. Clear low. Yellow's out, back her down.
Alright guys, this is probably the last race I'm doing for the night.
Keep your head on straight. Green's out. Outside by himself. Still there. Hold your line, still there. High lane's clear, inside. Stay high up here. Hold your line, still there. High lane's clear. Towers call to caution. Almost ready. Drive safe, be smart. Keep your head on straight. Green's out. Just a couple more turns. 2 more. 2 to go. White flag is in the air. Stay in line, hold your line. Stay in line, hold your line. All clear. We just didn't have what it took today.
Alright guys, we'll finish out this miserable season. Yeah, probably in the next few days. So that's gonna be it here, guys. Thank you all for watching, and we'll get this miserable thing done soon, and we'll go elsewhere. So